guys, welcome to another edition of Fan Film Friday. Well, technically it's Sunday night now, but whatever. Normally I always try to get these fan film reviews out on Fridays, but due to Thanksgiving and some other stuff going on, I just wasn't able to. So just for this once, it'll be a little bit late. Anyway, so on this episode I'll be checking out Halloween 3 by CNT Films. If you haven't already, head on over to their YouTube page and check out all the other awesome films they have and all the other stuff going on. They do a lot of other horror short films, so yeah, go check them out. And just to mention, I don't know why, but I jumped into Halloween 3 before I even investigated it, and this is part 3 in like a 4-part series, so yeah, I should probably have started with part 1, but I don't know. I'm sure next year at some point I'll do the other ones and we can get caught up. But for now, let's just jump right into this. So the film starts off with some chick trying to buy drugs. Well, I assume that's what quad means, but I don't know. Then all of a sudden, these other chicks come running over all freaked out. As to be expected, they're getting chased by Michael. So the girls manage to get away just as he approaches the car. Yeah, real convenient. And then some detective named Maxwell Loomis shows up and pulls a gun on Michael. Maxwell? Do they mean Sam Loomis? Or maybe he's like his son? Who knows? Anyway, so Loomis shoots Michael, and then it's explained that he was taken to the hospital, where he remained in a coma for like 4 years. Also, that now he's being transferred to Smith's Grove. So as they're driving, they hit a deer out of nowhere, and then some chick wakes up and starts screaming. I guess the whole transport thing was a dream? I don't know. So then she goes out into the kitchen to drink some water in the pitch black. Like, seriously, so far this movie's been really dark. A paramedic then reaches up for a radio with a bloodied hand to call for help. Oh, yeah, he's real convincing, by the way. Superb acting. So I guess they actually did hit the deer? And there goes Michael, doing what he does. I'm not trying to hate on this movie, but, did they have any budget at all for lighting? I mean, seriously. It's literally been, like, pitch black this whole time. So then we meet this guy who's some kind of like EMS or police, maybe. And his car's broken down. He's wearing the classic Michael jumpsuit, so it's only a matter of time, and yep, like I said. And this is like kind of strange because they're actually showing him put the jumpsuit on. Alright, whatever. So Loomis is walking home from a bar with his buddy, and they're talking about what happened with Michael. Meanwhile, Michael's back in what I assume is the hospital, because he finds his old mask in a file cabinet. Loomis's partner shows up and finds a file on the ground with the name Kristen Holmes on it. Who the hell's Kristen Holmes? We don't know. Maybe they mentioned her in a previous one. So then the partner goes driving around Haddonfield, believing that Michael's on the loose. While this is going on, Loomis is explaining to whoever these people are that Michael's back in town. But they just dismiss it as him being drunk and crazy. So then, just to back up what they're saying, he starts binge drinking, like a lot. There's this weird scene in here where he starts yelling and freaking out at an alarm clock, and it's pretty funny. Like, what the fuck? And apparently this is in like the 70s, because this alarm clock's old as shit. So after realizing that his drinking isn't helping anything, he goes out on the street looking for Michael. And now he's trying to look all badass and smoking a cigarette. Whatever. And this next part I don't really understand. Some guy shows up and confronts him, saying that the captain's having him replace Loomis, or something like that. And because I guess him hunting Michael is illegal or something. But then Loomis just punches the guy in the face and then tells him he's going to do it anyway. So he's at a cemetery where he finds a tombstone missing. And then he spots Michael lurking around. But I guess he doesn't pursue him. So then Michael follows some girl home, and she basically runs like right past him without even noticing. And he walks right into her apartment. Really? Like, people in these movies don't know how to lock doors. You're not going to lock your door, and there's Michael Myers in the loose? Come on. We aren't really sure if he kills her or not, but he did get a brand new toy, so yeah. Michael makes a detour into this other girl's house and slices her up pretty good. And then he chases some more girls around. So they just introduce like this random group of girls and don't really explain who the hell they are. And then this one girl, Judy, who seems to be the main character, is at her house trying to get a hold of her friend, who's probably dead, when this other guy shows up and tries to jump scare her, like a douchebag. But don't worry, Michael takes care of him. And then, of course, Michael goes inside and runs after her, and she trips over herself in a typical fashion. Judy then runs to her friend's house where she finds them all dead, and they're all breathing, so, like I said, superb acting. And then she finds another girl dead on the bed with Laurie Strode's tombstone above her. So I guess there was a Laurie Strode in this universe at some point. Suddenly, Loomis finds the house and runs in. And what does he do? Shoots Judy. What the fuck, man? Come on. So he takes her to the hospital and drops her off, and then goes after Michael. Meanwhile, his partner is smoking in the car with some chick, and Michael just walks up on him and stabs him. So the chick panics and gets out of the car running around with her titties flopping around everywhere. And now he's after this chick, which I guess is the daughter? I don't know. She runs 6 blocks down the road just for Michael to teleport and show up right behind her, because plot. And then the partner shows back up to shoot Michael. But, of course, he goes over to check the body and gets his throat sliced. Come on, man, haven't you ever seen a Michael Myers movie? You never check to see if he's dead. It's like an unspoken rule. So then, Loomis finds the partner and goes searching around. Michael pops out from behind a door and gives him a tiny cut on his arm. And just as Michael is about to finish him off, he smacks a light bulb and disappears. Michael ambushes Loomis yet again, and he's saved by his roommate. Of course, Michael gets right back up, and Loomis forces Michael's own knife into his chest. There. Is he dead now? No, but you should still get the hell out of there. So then the cops are heading there, and then Loomis decides to stay behind. The end. Overall, it wasn't a bad plot, but the music was definitely louder than the dialogue, so it was really hard to hear what anybody was saying. And also the lighting was shit, it was never bright enough. Aside from that, it was okay. If you guys want to check it out for yourself, head on over to CNT's YouTube page. And like I said, don't forget to like and subscribe. Well guys, this has been another episode of Fan Film Friday. Fan Film Sunday. And I'll see you on the next one.